Hey guys, thanks for joining. We're going to go ahead and get into this live. Y'all, pardon me being off camera. I'm trying to multitask. Oh my God. But we got some great tea for you guys. I hope you guys are ready. Let's jump on into it. Thank you, Mods, and everyone for coming in. Give me 1 second. Oh my goodness. This live was kind of random. I said, let me go ahead and just do it now. Goodness. I was going to wait till later. We'll go ahead and spill tea now. Hello to everyone. I see all my top flights in the building and everyone here. Of course, everything said in this video is alleged and in my opinion. Let's go ahead and jump in. Not going to hold you guys long, okay? First topic, more family drama, okay? Of course, we've been talking about the issue that's been going on with Malcolm Jamal Warner and his now widow, and the fact that she is suing his estate and his mom. Now we got some issues with Chadwick Boseman's brothers, you guys, that are going after Chadwick Boseman's wife, which is now a widow because Chadwick Boseman passed away, okay? And he also died without a will. Oh my God, right? I can't believe we're even talking about it. So being blacklisted, shout out to them. Chadwick Boseman's brothers, you guys, Kevin and Derek Boseman, have petitioned a Los Angeles court to remove his widow, Taylor Simone Ledward Boseman, as administrator of his estate. The actor died without a will in 2020, and she was later appointed to manage the estate. Now, his brothers allege that she has mismanaged it and delayed distributing his assets, nearly 4 years after the 2022 court order. What is going on? Child, everybody fighting over money, my God. So Chadwick Boseman's brothers, Kevin and Derek Boseman, have petitioned the Los Angeles court to remove the widow and as the administrator of the estate. As I just told you guys, a judge has not yet ruled on this issue as of yet, but they have submitted it to the courts, okay? So it looks like the wife of Chadwick Boseman is fighting with his surviving two brothers who are interested in and want to know what is going on with the mismanagement of the money of his estate. I mean, that's family. I guess they're trying to do the right thing. If she's mismanaging and doing things she should not be doing, it definitely should be looked into. But I told you guys, when somebody passes away, here comes the drama, right? But let's keep going. All right. For those of you that's been saying you want to see NeNe Leakes back on your TV screens, baby, here she comes. All right, let's go ahead and get into that right quick. NeNe Leakes, guys, will be appearing in the season premiere of Ultimate Girls Trip. For those of you that's been waiting to see NeNe back on TV, NeNe looks great. She got her little boobies out and all that. The blonde hair, y'all know that's her signature hair color, blonde. NeNe looks great. Okay, skin is skinning, makeup is makeuping. Okay, she looks great. So shout out to Mr. Housewives. It says, well, she's coming, according to Bravo and Cocktail, says that NeNe Leakes will appear within the first 10 minutes of the season premiere of Ultimate Girls Trip, Roaring 20. It says that, as we already know, NeNe will make a guest appearance this season alongside Teresa Giudice, Lisa Barlow, Portia Williams, Giselle Bryant, Luann Lepsy, and Vicky Govelson, and Kyle Richards. Now, while NeNe isn't a full-time cast member as of yet, she is expected to appear in multiple episodes throughout the season. Now, in the premiere, it's rumored that NeNe will share a scene with Portia Williams before Portia heads to Orange County to begin the Ultimate Girls Trip. Y'all know she and Portia are cool, so that should work well. I hope they're cool now after they had a little situation on the show. They were supposed to film together, and Portia didn't want NeNe on the show. I don't know why, but hopefully they've made up since then. Said that this marks NeNe's first appearance on Bravo since leaving the Real Housewives of Atlanta after season 12 in 2020. Now, as many fans know, NeNe later sued Bravo, NBC Universal, and Andy Cohen, alleging racial discrimination and a hostile working environment. That lawsuit was dismissed in 2022. Said, needless to say, NeNe's return to Bravo is a major moment, and fans are eagerly anticipating her appearance. Ultimate Girls Trip Roaring 20s premieres August the 9th, which I think coincidentally is the same day that the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion airs as well. So you guys would get a double whammy. So Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion, and then going over there and watch NeNe on Ultimate Girls Trip, okay? So you guys see here immediately following Real Housewives of Atlanta season 17 reunion. So after the reunion goes off, y'all going over there and check out NeNe, all right? Let's go ahead and look at some pictures. Y'all see Roaring 20s Girls Trip. NeNe will be there, honey. So I might watch just to see. You know, I haven't watched any other, Ultimate Girl Trip. But I watch it because NeNe is there just to see what it gives. All right. Because I do like NeNe on TV. I do. All right, let's move along. Got an update for Karmelo. Y'all about to be clapping, honey. Y'all ready for this? Baby, this made me feel good after this bad news today for Nolan. I said, well, damn, at least we can get some good news, Lord. All right. Let's give credit to the Docket Diva, Miss LaJanae, Miss Docket Diva. Shout out to her for finding this. I was scrolling and I saw it. I said, let's go ahead and get into it. Now, exclusive news from and credit to LaJanae, aka the Docket Diva. Carmelo Anthony update said the 2 court dates are set for the new trial and recusal motions, y'all. Y'all ready? Oh, child, I need to do my hand clap for that. This case is moving along. I told y'all his attorneys are not playing. They are moving this case along, okay? Yes, God, okay? Did y'all hear that? Let's go ahead and get into what they're saying. Right. Hand claps, honey. So let's see. It says that the Carmelo Anthony docket just got interesting. While docket diving, she says that I found 2 new entries, one of the hearing to remove Judge Roach from the case, and one for the hearing to determine if he'll get a new trial. Now, they said that this is where Anthony's legal team lays out their case for recusal, including Judge Roach's controversial interview 2 days after sentencing, where he co-signed the verdict, the alleged lack of a public trial, and the striking of 3 qualified Black jurors. Said also at the center, said the sworn affidavit from his former attorney alleging a handshake agreement with prosecutors that was breached at the last minute. So she said that I spoke with the clerk who confirmed these events. So this is definitely on the docket coming up. She said that she'll follow up with formal orders once the rulings have been made. Okay. And she said she also noticed something significant for the actual appeal. So she will give everyone updates on that. But for what we know, she has it right here for August 19th, you guys. Shout out again to Docket Diva because she be on her shit. According to August the 19th, 2026 at 9 a.m., motion for recusal. That particular case will be heard on that day, okay? And of course, y'all see the judge residing is Judge Harley, I guess, presiding, which is the one who was supposed to originally preside as well. And then down here, it says that on 8/20 is when the motion for the new trial is supposed to be at 9 a.m. All right, y'all ready for that? Okay. And then the judge and courtroom is to be determined. They don't know which judge or courtroom will be, which judge would be presiding over that or which courtroom it will be in. But for what we know, we do have dates. That's the great thing, right? So the motion for a new trial for the Carmelo Anthony trial that's coming up is going to be August the 20th, 2026 at 9 a.m. And also for the motion to recuse Judge Roach, because his ass shouldn't been up there any motherfucking way, 8/19 of 2026 at 9 a.m. Y'all got that? I'm happy about that. Okay, it's up from there. It is up from there. So shout out again to Docket Diva on that information. All right, so now I've been scrolling the YouTube streets and all the other damn streets, and I ran across some things as related to Nolan Wells. So we're going to look at that. One of his friends posted something and tried to delete that shit off too. I went back and looked, it's gone. So we got a post and delete from one of Nolan's friends that posted something, and we're gonna look at it because I got it. Not before you deleted it, okay? Not on my watch. And I sent it right on over to Ben Crump and his people so they can go ahead and look into it. But let's go ahead and get into this. According to Mississippi Television, Judge Ashley Cole, which is the stepmother of one of the boys who was seen with Nolan at the lake, okay, on the boat and all of that. Now, this is the same woman who said she was afraid to speak out. She was scared because her family was getting death threats. She didn't want to put no statements or nothing out. Since then, she's been making several statements. So it don't seem like you that scared. Now, once the autopsy was revealed today, here she is popping back out talking big shit again, right? So Judge Ashley Cole has broken her silence for the first time in nearly 2 weeks, okay? Now, in a brief Facebook post shared today, Cole wrote, "Right is right, and wrong is wrong. Once Ben Crump read off what the second autopsy from their findings was, okay? So that the statement comes as she continues to face public scrutiny over her handling of matters surrounding the Nolan Wells case. So this is what she wrote. Right is right and wrong is wrong. What that's supposed to mean? What that's supposed to mean? Okay, because everything is still undecided. They're still investigating. Okay, we did see that, and we're going to look at the autopsy stuff here in a second. But Nolan was hit in the back of the head. We do know that. Several of his body parts, including his throat region, was missing. Okay, and we're going to look at that sketchy ass coroner and the bullshit she's on as well. But Judge Ashley Cole, Miss, I'm scared to even say anything because I'm getting death threats with me and my children. You are popping out talking big shit here lately, ma'am. Scared people don't be acting like this. So we're going to need you to shut what they call all the way the fuck up, all right? Let's move on. Okay? Yeah, I'm going to need you to shut all the way the fuck up. All right, so Kate Hudson Seymour, which is the mother of one of the boys who was with Nolan. Let's go ahead and read what she had to say because now she's speaking. I said I find it very strange. Once they up their money to $125,000, motherfuckers is coming out of the woodwork talking now. All right, one of Nolan's friends that sat down and did a whole interview. Now here come the judge who was scared. She's coming out. Now here comes Warren's mother coming out talking. Okay, this was Sunday at 11 p.m. Let's go ahead and read this. She says, "Good evening, Mr. Roldown. I am Warren's mother, the woman that you have been talking about on Facebook and posting pictures of our family." She goes on to say that I am here to tell you that we all, Nolan, what? I am here to tell you that we all, Nolan, and we are all deeply distraught, okay? So, yeah, child, she need to go back to school. Said that your information is not correct, and I ask that you please stop posting about Warren and our family. Said that my son did not ride out with him, nor did he come back with him. Said that the boat that Nolan was supposed to get on was Wyatt's boat. Said he repeatedly asked Nolan to get on, to get one boat at 5. What? Hold on. Said he repeatedly asked Nolan to get, I think she meant to say on the boat at 5 when he was, I guess, trying to stay. Okay. All right. But now we know that's a motherfucking lie because it was already said at 3:30 they left. So how he get on the boat at 5 when they told him we about to leave at 3:30? So right there is contradictions in your statement. So if you're going to give a statement, you're going to have to be spot on, ma'am. Your timing is off because how the hell they asked him at 5 to get on the motherfucking boat when they already left at 3:30? I don't even need to go check. That's just how many times I've been looking at this. So Warren's mother, we're going to need you to pipe it down as well. I think that the walls are starting to close in and everybody is coming out and speaking out now because they scared because they know their ass going to be involved at some point in this damn case, right? They nervous once that second autopsy done been put out here. So now everybody want to pop out and be talking. Let's keep going. Now, this is Judge Ashley Cole. Let's look at this statement she did regarding online rumors and the loss of Nolan Wells. Now, let's remind you guys that she wasn't even at the fucking funeral since she's just so distraught about his loss. Let's get into it. Now, she says, our family, along with the community, grieved the loss of Nolan Wells, even though you didn't go and pay your respects to him at his funeral yesterday. Said that our thoughts and prayers are with Nolan's family. Our son, Warren, loved Nolan deeply. Said, unfortunately, I feel that it is appropriate for our family to dispel some rumors that based upon social media attention that is being diverted away from the Wells family and their loss, as if she cared, because you ain't even sent them a card. You ain't been by their house, according to Nolan's mom. Okay, you ain't been by their house. You didn't do shit. You didn't go by and give them a hug. You didn't call her. And your kids are supposed to be apparently friends of Nolan's and have been friends of his since middle school, right? You didn't show up to the funeral to say, ma'am, I'm so sorry for your loss. You do none of that. She says, I deactivated my Facebook, given a very heightened emotional state on social media right now. I fear for the safety of my child and my children, but you still popping out talking shit on social media. Said that my husband and I have 6 children and we covered their privacy. We do not believe that it is appropriate for our minor children's photographs to be circulated throughout the internet, presenting potential threats to their safety. But you keep popping out, putting their lives in danger, correct? Because every time you pop out saying some slick shit, you don't think that pissed other people off who's still waiting for answers on the death of Nolan? This is still a very sensitive subject. And if you would have done what you said you were going to do from the beginning, which was shut the fuck up, then we would not be here. So she goes on to say, I graduated high school with Christine Wells Wansley, which is Nolan's mother. Said that we are from the same community, even though you didn't go to her house. You're from the same community, though. I have the utmost respect for her and the Wells family. Said that we mourn the loss of Nolan with them. Said that our prayers have been and will continue to be with them, even though you're talking shit about it. Said that my husband and I were not at Horn Island at any point on the 4th of July. No one in our family was trying in any way to impede with the investigation by law enforcement or to otherwise hamper the family and law enforcement's quest for answers. So why was your son out there washing the boat at 3:30 in the morning? At 3 o'clock in the morning? Hello? Why was your son washing a boat? Why was he cleaning the boat at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning? That's weird, right? And why was his boat? Apparently, according to the navigation system for the boats out there, they said that the boat went back out there. So what was the boat going back out there for? So Warren was interviewed by the Jackson County Sheriff's Department, which was sure that it was probably one of your friends from within who asked him questions and probably didn't press him like they needed to. So said that Warren was interviewed by the Jackson County Sheriff's Department and cooperated fully. I'm sure he did. Said that he saw Nolan last around 3 p.m. on July 4th. So how is it if he last saw him at 3 p.m. but then y'all was still that you the other lady just said that he was asked around 5 o'clock to get on the boat? So how you gonna be too like how did I not just read that to you guys where the other mother said that Nolan was asked to get on the boat at 5? They're saying they last saw Nolan at 3. Somebody's timing is off. That's a whole 2 hours. Hello. So they said that they left around 4:30 p.m. when the boat was taken on water, and they had an issue with their Blige pumps. That Nolan made a decision to stay on the island to return inland later with another group of friends. So you weren't there. So you are quoting hearsay from what you asked your children, from what they told you. You can't speak on something or give a statement about something if you are not there. And you would think that you would know that, being that you are a judge, a person who hear cases, who do not go by hearsay, because a court of law does not go by hearsay. They go by facts. They go by evidence. They go by, if someone comes in and do a notarized statement, they may be able to take that. But as a judge, you are quoting what you heard someone else tell you, since you just said up here that you and your family were not there. You said my husband and I were not at Horn Island at any point of 4th of July. So how are you giving any accounts of what time somebody left, what happened to a pump, what happened to anything? You're going by hearsay. So she says, I am a judge, and we know that. I also value transparency. I apologize if anyone was offended that I deleted my social media. There were no nefarious motivations in my exiting my social media. But my thing is that you could have deleted your social media anytime. Why now that there are questions being asked about Nolan's disappearance and his unaliving? Why at this moment did you pick of this time of all times, right? We're all the way in July. Why are you doing in January, February, March, April, May, or June? I find it very, very, very weird that right after Nolan was announced to be unalive, that's when you went ahead and deleted your social media. That's giving nefarious, right? That's giving that's giving that you're not being transparent, right? We are 7 months into 2026, and that's when you choose to delete your social media. I got you. Said that there were no nefarious motivations in my exiting social media. Social media has a lot of positives, but a whole lot of negatives, and a hive mind of clickbaiting. Sad but true. Our family is hopeful that this information will help to redirect the attention to the Wells family, their grief, and their need for our community support. Yeah, right. So y'all see that? All right, wanted to point that out to you guys. Let's see. All right, so let's get about that. Y'all had to tear in her ass right quick. Now, somebody thought they was going to up and read Nancy Grace because she has now started talking about this Nolan Wells case, and Nancy Grace had to get on their ass right back. Y'all know Nancy Grace is very spicy, honey. She is very spicy, and she will clap back at your ass. So if you think you're going to try her in the comments, think again. This lady here, honey, Miss Sarah Fields, thought she was going to up and call Nancy Grace out and at her in a smart-ass comment, and Nancy Grace got on her ass. Let's get into it. According to Twitter, honey, so Nancy Fields said that there are no deleted messages. Almost everything that has been said has been a lie. It sucks that you are hopping on this train. So Nancy is doing what Nancy always does. When Natalie Holloway was missing, she jumped on that case, right? She's talked about the Karmelo case. She's talked about all cases. So it doesn't mean that she's just clout chasing, because this is what Nancy does. So she has an opinion like everybody else. She's a journalist. She's an attorney. So obviously she is doing her fucking job while you are scrolling Twitter to see what Nancy got to say, because obviously you don't have shit to do, right? You really worried about what she's saying. So Nancy responded by saying, I'm not hopping on, in quotations, any bandwagon. So we discussed the possibility the snaps deleted automatically. Try listening and not whining. Oop, she told you, didn't she, at 5:55 a.m. child on July 21st of 2026, which was yesterday. Told your ass, didn't she? Told you to find something else to do and somebody else to damn play with and stop whining and listen the next time. Okay? Tell her, Nancy, okay? Mad at it. Tell her ass. All right, so let's go ahead and get into some pictures that were released by TMZ. Shout out to them. All right, so they're saying that this is Nolan on the boat. He's seen, he's viable in this picture, but someone else was saying that this was Nolan with said girl that allegedly was going to stay behind. Now, I got to digress, because looking at the shorts, first of all, he had on light gray shorts. These are blue shorts. So whoever this person is, I don't know why they always think all black people look alike. We do not, okay? Sorry. I'm pretty sure there were other black people out there on July 4th having a good old time besides Nolan, but I don't feel like this was Nolan because people were pointing to things. Oh, that's Nolan right there with the girl that he stayed behind. Lies and bullshit. Now, this right here definitely could be Nolan. That's who they're saying definitely is Nolan, but I got to digress with the picture right here, because Nolan, I don't know why he would go and change swimming trunks when he came there with gray ones. So these are blue, these are gray. That is not Nolan. I just wanted to point that out, because a lot of people were trying to say that that was Nolan up here with the girl that he stayed behind with. All right, we'll do a closer up. Okay, plus Nolan had more of an afro. This guy here has more of a smaller, a lower haircut. Okay, so that's definitely not Nolan. Nolan has a, like a little afro a bit. Okay. All right, so let's keep going. Okay, so we're looking at the autopsy. Pardon me if it's a little, all right, this was from Neighborhood Talk, as you guys can see. This is where they're saying that Nolan was hit in the back of the head. Okay. This is where they said the bruising was from the autopsy. Okay. I just want to show y'all that picture. All right. Right below the skull, like right below, right above the neck area. Okay. All right. Let's keep going. This is a clearer picture. Y'all see how Nolan's hair is? He has more of an afro. That person that he just showed in that picture with the girl, that could have been him because his hair was much longer. All right. So you guys can see, this is the back. This is where they're saying that Nolan was hit. Okay. Which is probably the blow that ended his life. Okay. All right. Y'all see that? We just want to let you guys see up close and personal. All right. So this is this is from Ben Crump. Okay. As y'all can see up there from Ben Crump. So y'all know that it's a definite legit document. Sorry for it being a little blurry, you guys. Preliminary report, death of Nolan Xavier Wells, July 19th of 2026. Of course, y'all know today is the 22nd. Preliminary report, second autopsy, death of Nolan Xavier Wells. Cause of death is undetermined, pending investigation. Manner of death is also undetermined because they are still investigating. All right. Now they cannot do or give us a final answer of what happened to him, because certain body parts, as you guys heard in the earlier video, were missing, like his throat. Okay, the front of his throat is missing, and several of his organs from the inside are missing as well. So that has kept the second autopsy from moving forward to give us a final answer of what the hell happened to him, right? So as of July 10th is when the second autopsy was performed. I got these bands in my mouth. Y'all forgive me. Ooh, let me take them out. Okay. Preliminary findings. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. Ooh. I got my rubber bands on my braces. Okay. Preliminary Preliminary findings: focal area of red discoloration in the soft tissue of the back of the head. You guys can see that. What is it? Occipital region. Okay, etiology unknown. All right, so the body received after initial autopsy marked decomposition, coronal incision of the scalp. I'm reading like Ben Crump in here. Said brain was removed, as you guys can see here. Okay, his brain was removed. Y-shaped incision of the interior torso, and his organs were also removed. All right, accompanying the body in the body cavity, interior internal neck. What is that? Structures absent. Okay, so there was a lot of things missing for them to be able to make a final ruling of what really happened to Nolan Wells. So the investigation is still on. I just wanted you guys to see. I know you guys already heard that, but yeah, so that's what that is. All right, let's keep going. All right. Am I going to read all that? No. Now, one of Nolan's friends did a post in the lead. We're going to look at this. All right. Okay, y'all ready? Y'all said Nancy plays no games. She said she should have held on. All right, had to rinse my mouth. Okay. Amadeus Bass. Okay, this is what she posted. Apparently, she was at this little after party at the pool party. This is what she wrote. She said that Wyatt, you guys, which Wyatt was on the boat with Nolan and them. She says Wyatt smacked him in the back of the head or in the head with some sort of big pole. She said that the pole is hidden in the woods or near the garage, and there is definitely a backpack in the garage which contained Nolan's blood on a tennis towel, like at Patricia_Chapman 71 said. Y'all hear this? I sent this right on over to Ben Crump too, so he got it. Sure the fuck did. Let's get your name up there, baby. We're just doing this for recording purposes here. All right, we about to have a storm here too. All right, that's Miss Amadeus Bass. This was 8 hours ago. This is a post in the lead too. Shout out to Simply. Let me go ahead and acknowledge your super sticker. What y'all think about that? Now that does what she says does line up with what the autopsy is saying as well. So then why haven't this girl come forward if she stayed behind with her? I'm just saying. I agree. I'm just saying. Thank you so much, Simply Luscious, okay, for the $5 super sticker. We appreciate you for supporting the channel. All right, now let's get back to this, honey. Let's look at this again. I'm gonna read it one more time because she did a post and delete, and baby, I was on that shit. I said, no, you won't delete, not before I get this shit. All right. So if you're going to look now, it ain't up there on her page. This shit has been taken down. So maybe she got scared. I told you guys, as this investigation gets, as they continue to close in, and now that this second autopsy been released, and it shows that he was hit in the head, this does line up with what was said in the autopsy. So she says Wyatt smacked him in the head with some sort of big pole. I told y'all this the other day that I read it somewhere else. So this is another person that said it. This person here was allegedly there when all of this shit happened at the pool party, where it was also said that Nolan was attacked and was punched, I guess, in the stomach, where he was gasping for air and throwing up blood. Right? So he was smacked in the head with some sort of big pole. She's saying the pole is hidden in the fucking woods or near the garage. So garage means at the house, right? I would say that at the house where the pool party was. Let's say that, right? Okay, so the pole is hidden in the woods or near the garage, and there is definitely a backpack in the garage which contains or contained Nolan's blood on a tennis towel, like at Patricia Chapman said. So guess what? I'm going to just go out on a limb to say, if Nolan is going out on this boat with these guys, he's probably going to pack a backpack, maybe with some dry clothes and some other things that he may need going out to the lake, right? Let's say some what is it? Some stuff you spray on you, sunscreen, lotion, snacks, stuff like that. Phone charger. I'm just naming out things that one would need when they go to the lake, and you're going to be out there for a few hours, right? But yeah, so maybe it was his backpack, right? that was left behind. Because why would one of them leave their own backpack in the fucking garage versus taking it in the house? I'm just saying hypothetically, right? Yeah. Yeah. So if blood was on there, I'm going to go out on a limb to say, one, it could have been if Nolan was spitting up blood when they took him out of the pool. Two, they probably cracked him across the head in the fucking garage, which is hypothetically speaking, because I wasn't there, right? But I've watched enough crime shows, baby. I could definitely be an investigator. I can solve some shit if I need to. All right. From what this here is saying, if there was blood in the garage, I'm thinking that he probably was attacked again, or maybe attacked in the fucking garage after he was already attacked in said pool where he was gasping for air and spitting up blood. So they definitely need to see if there's any blood near this pool, which I'm pretty sure they've tried to clean thoroughly, because what's today, the 22nd? This happened on the 4th. Also, there needs to be some type of check to see if there's any type of backpack, all right, where there is blood containing, and they need to find out where the fuck this pole was, right, in the woods. Now, we did see that there is like a wooded area near this lake, which is probably not far from where Nolan's body was found face down. Okay, they're saying fully clothed. Not sure why he would be fucking fully clothed on the beach when he came there with only some swimming trunks on. So why would he have clothes? I'm not sure why. Okay, it's hot as fuck out there. It's hot out there. He want to be walking around showing off his chest, because I did see he had a little six pack. All right. So I'm pretty sure the girls, when y'all know how the girls are, those little young girls, they love to see them with their shirts off, showing off their six pack, you know, especially if he was out there and he spotted a girl that he liked. I'm pretty sure he was out there in just his swimming trunks, just chilling. But according to what was said here, she said he was smacked in the head, and that definitely does corroborate what was on this second autopsy that was released. Y'all let me know what y'all think. All right, sound off. So Nolan's cousin, I see. This is how on it I am. I'm scrolling, baby. I'm looking at everybody's shit and screenshotting. Okay. Lamika Wells, which is the cousin of Nolan Wells. All right. She don't have no justice. I mean, she don't have no, she don't trust the system down there in Mississippi either, because this is what she had to say. Fuck Mississippi. From the sheriff, the medical examiner, the judge, and the boys that said that y'all fuck over my little cousin Nolan, bruh. Crying emojis, heartbroken, and then she's cussing, as you guys can see. All right. That was 2 hours ago, Miss Lamika Wells. She said she's feeling angry. Now, this is after, of course, the autopsy was read. The second autopsy was read, because the first one still hasn't been released as of yet. But they are mad, child. They are upset at watching what had happened, because, of course, y'all know we didn't know what the hell happened to Nolan. But now that we see he was hit in the back of the damn head, now people are starting to get angry, like y'all done attacked this young boy. Okay? While everybody's trying to rule it out as drowning. And then I'm so sick and tired of them saying that he might have been on drugs. Like, hell no, I don't think that he would have touched no damn drugs, knowing that Monday morning he was getting ready to, one, be drug tested, to go off to start his football career, which is something that he, according to his father and his mother, had been looking forward to. All right. I ain't rid of her. So, yeah, we already showed that. So what y'all think? Let's get out that. Let's get on this Martell Holt situation. All right. It's been brought to my attention. Yeah, y'all sign off on all that. All right. Y'all sign off. I got y'all thinking. I want to hear what you guys think about what we've shared thus far. Okay. On all of these cases. Let's get into, while we're talking about cases, Martell Holt, honey, is out here still acting a damn fool. And it's been brought to my attention that he has the two younger kids that he and Melody share, and he is refusing to return those kids back to Melody. I don't know what the hell is going on down there in Huntsville, Alabama, but I'm going to tell you right now, I told you guys before that it was also brought to my attention that the two older kids, which would be Tank and Mariah, they don't even want to go to Martell's. They don't want to go on visitations, and they are of age to say if they want to go or not. So if he comes to pick the kids up and the older two say we don't want to go, the younger two definitely have to go, because they're not of age to say we don't want to go with daddy. Okay, so she definitely has to release those smaller kids to go, which would be Boss Baby and Sugar Mama. Okay, so it's been brought to my attention that Martell still has the kids after his time to return them back to Melody. She definitely needs to reach out to the courts, if she hasn't already, to petition the courts that Martell is not following the court order in terms of what he was asked to do in terms of visitation. It's 1 week on, 1 week off. After your week is over, you are to return those children back to their mother so that she can assume her week with the children, and so on and so forth. But it's been brought to my attention Martell still has the children after his week with the kids and has refused to return the two smaller children. I told you guys, as well, as you guys can see here, this is the last motion that he filed. I went ahead and pulled that again so that you guys can see. This was filed on July 1st, okay, at 2:03 p.m. That's the docket number there. Deborah Kaiser is the clerk. As you guys can see here, Martell and Melody had to be right back in another litigation again as related to their children, custody, money that Martell says that Melody owes him, etc., and a damn etc. I'm sick of this bullshit. But let's go ahead and get into right here. Martell has requested to get custody of the children. I told you guys too, I feel that Martell's been having some conversations with Drew Sidora's now ex-husband Ralph, because Ralph has temporary custody of he and Drew's children. So I'm pretty sure he's giving Martell some pointers, but Martell feels that he can just take the kids and then say, oh, she's not following the agreement. She's not taking good care of the kids. She don't care about the kids. She's more focused on this, and this versus the kids, right? From what I've seen, Melody was just in Atlanta with the kids, I think taking them to a Braves game. And the only two kids that I did see her with were Mariah and Tank. Okay, those were the older two kids that were with her. I did not see Boss Baby and Sugar Mama with her, at which, you know, when she goes somewhere with the kids, all of her kids go. But and this was the other day, which would have been for the kids to come back to her. Martell still had the fucking kids. So I don't know what the hell is going on. But let's go ahead and read number 16. Well, let's take it back up. Okay. Let's start here on 15. All right. This is from their most recent motion that was filed. Said in pursuant to the parties' original settlement agreement incorporated into the final decree of divorce, the father has final decision-making authority regarding the minor children's education, notwithstanding his authority, a subsequent order of modification designate the mother's address as the primary residence for school enrollment purposes. The mother's refusal to address the oldest child's significant disciplinary problems, which would be Tank, you guys, demonstrates her unwillingness to prioritize the children's education and emotional well-being, and further supports modification of the current custodial arrangement. Number 16 gets into the custodial or custody rather. Number 16 said that the father is in all respect a fit and proper person to have the joint physical and legal custody of the minor children of the parties, both pending light and thereafter, due to the mother's ongoing violations of court orders and her conduct described herein. The current custodial arrangement is no longer in the best interest of the minor children. So he is now asking the courts to give him custody, take custody away from Melody. All right. So it said that the mother is not fit to exercise sole physical custody of the minor children. So you guys can see here, he is petitioning and asking the courts to give him custody, because with custody also comes child support. Number 17, the mother has willfully and wantingly refused to abide by this honorable court's orders, and she should be held in civil and criminal contempt. So he wants her locked up for that. Number 18 says that the father has been forced to incur attorney's fees and other costs in filing this action, and is in need of an order of the court directing that the mother reimburse him for and on account of the same. So everything. Okay, and you do have to return the children. I'm getting ready to pull that up here. I just pulled up Alabama law as far as custody and how they're supposed to return the kids and the issue with that. Wherefore, the premises consider the petitioner father respectfully request order the respondent mother to appear and show cause why she should not be held in civil and criminal contempt of her failure to comply with this court's orders. And B says order the petitioner father be awarded both pending light and final hearing, the joint physical and legal custody of the minor children. And you guys hear this? And order that Jason Moore, which is Melody's security, be prohibited from transporting the minor children or are being used as caretaker for the party's minor children. And D goes on to say, order that neither party shall make any public statements that disparage, criticize, or discuss the other party, their minor children, or any ongoing court proceedings involving either party. And we don't need to read anymore. I just wanted you guys to see that Martell had already petitioned the court for custody of the children. All right. All right, so let's get into what Alabama courts and laws says in terms of returning, not a parent not returning a child to custody. Y'all ready for this? Did my homework, honey. We did our homework. So Martell, I hope you're watching this, okay? There are repercussions to you not following the law. While you pointing out Melody not following and not adhering to what the court has ordered, neither are you. If you are told you get 1 week on, 1 week off, and you don't return them when you're supposed to, you are also not following the court's order. All right. So should she file a motion now against you if she hasn't already? Right? This is stupid as fuck. Let's get into it. Alabama law. Alabama law on parents not returning a child to custody. In Alabama, failing to return a child to a parent's custody can be treated as a violation of a court order or a criminal offense, depending on the circumstances. Number one, violating a custody order. If a court has issued a custody or visitation order, at which they do have, and the other parent refuses to return the child, that refusal can be considered contempt of court. So if Melody calls right now a police officer and contact her guardian and lie to him and say, my children are not back. I've contacted their father who was supposed to return them by X amount of date or such and such date, and they're not here, Martell can be held in contempt and locked the fuck up. All right. Moving on. Contempt of court means the parent is disobeying a lawful court order. Moving down, it says the Alabama law allows the court to impose penalties, including fines, community service, or even jail time for contempt. It goes on to say that the court may also modify the custody arrangement if the non-compliant parent's actions harm the child's welfare. Who knows what the kids have gone through, right? Probably over there getting harassed and every damn thing else. I'm pretty sure he questioned them like they're on First 48 when they come over there, because he want to know everything that Melody is doing with Jason and everybody else, right? Let's keep going. Criminal offenses. If the refusal to return a child is tied to domestic violence, child abuse, or failure to provide care, it can also be a criminal matter. According to Alabama Code 30-3-160 ET sequence, Parent-Child Relationship Protecting Act, it said that protects the relationship between parents and children and can be used to prevent relocation or refusal to return a child. All right. If a parent refuses to return a child after a court order and the refusal is based on abuse, neglect, or endangerment, the other parent can file for contempt or criminal charges under relevant statutes. This mother, keep listening to Ralph, and your tight pants wearing ass gonna be locked off. Fuck up. All right, number 3 says that best interest standards. Alabama courts decide custody based on best interest of the child. If a parent refuses to return the child and the court finds that the child's safety, health, or welfare is at risk, the court may 1. Change custody arrangements to protect the child, order the non-compliant parent to return the child immediately, impose sanctions for contempt. Enforcement process. Let's look at that. Filing a motion for contempt, the compliant parent can file in the same court that issued the custody order. This should be an emergency hearing, I would think. If the children are not back when they're supposed to, emergency hearing should be asked through her attorneys, I would think. Evidence says that the court will consider witness statements, documentation of the child's location, and any history of abuse or neglect. Meaning, if you don't have money, if you don't have the money to feed them, as she said before, you won't be having food in your house to feed them if the kids are complaining about being hungry, because all the kids do have phones. Boss baby, y'all know boss baby child. She will definitely let her mama know if they have no food up in there. That could be seen as neglect. So on top of the kids maybe not eating as they should, and you're holding them really against their will, because I'm pretty sure they want to go back home to their mom. The kids know that they get 1 week there and then they go back to their mom. It could definitely be seen as, you know, some real shit there. So penalties can include fines, probation, or incarceration for contempt. In criminal cases, possible imprisonment. All right. So you guys can see here, Martell, you playing a dangerous game, because you can be held in contempt for withholding the children. You have to take them back. All right. I get that you and Melody are fighting. You don't get to make that call. If the agreement through the courts, which is an order, a direct order, you guys also have a guardian ad litem. You guys also supposed to be on some type of app to communicate. I'm pretty sure Melody has asked you to bring the kids home, allegedly. And I'm pretty sure that you are bucking against that as to say that maybe she's not the best mother you would think that she would be, when I've already played videos where you have said multiple times that she was an awesome mother, but she only became a bad mother after she left your motherfucking ass. And now you want to sit up here and ask for custody of the children when you can't even feed them, let alone yourself. Let's not forget that it's also documented in court documents that you continue to move because you keep getting put out because you can't keep up with the rent. That's also in court documents. So I would not think that you would be a better parent for the children. I think that you should keep your 1 week on and 1 week off, if that. And I feel that now that you pulled this stunt, allegedly, that you should also now get supervised visitations so that there can be a guardian ad litem there when you visit your children to make sure that the children are not at any type of risk. All right. And that's all I have on that. That's all I have on that. You guys can sound off. Let me know what you guys think on that. I don't have any more. Y'all, please like up this video and let me know what y'all think about what we just read. We just read straight from the court documents. All right. That's exactly what the courts of Alabama have to say about children not being returned when they're supposed to be. If you guys go and look at Melody's Instagram, and matter of fact, let me pull it up. Okay. Pull it up just so we can show you guys that we ain't capping over here. Okay. Children were not with her. And if they're returned back now, you're still in violation, Martell. Just to let you know. All right, let me go on her Instagram right quick. I'll show y'all. She was just in Atlanta with Tank and Mariah. All right, she got Tank a haircut. The kids was at the Braves game. All right, let's see. No music. All right, so they were with her brother Marcus. Marcus has like a karaoke business now. I think it is. So as you guys can see here, Melody says that your piece is what you make it. When I say that I've been making sure that these kiddos enjoy themselves, there you go. There's Tank and Mariah, okay? She's taking them shopping. She says that from supporting my brother's new karaoke business to a little retail therapy to the Braves baseball game, said that we've been making sure that no weapon form prospers. So I told you guys the older two don't want to go to Martell. So they want to be with their mother. As you guys can see, they're having fun. The kids are smiling. They're happy. They're going to the Braves game. All right, Mariah, there she is with her iPhone. There you go. The Atlanta Braves Stadium. Told you guys I just saw that the other day. This was 4 days ago. All right, 4 days ago. The children with their mother. You do not see the younger two, Boss Baby and Mariah, because they're with Martell. And it's alleged that they are still with him. Okay? So there you go. There you go. All right. The kids, and I don't see anywhere else where she's posted that the kids are there. There they are again, the two of them. 6 days ago. All right. 6 days ago. Mariah, Melody, and Tank. You don't see Boss Baby and Sugar Mama. All right. So it looks like the kids been over there for quite some time. Usually when Melody go on little vacations and water rides and stuff like that, all of the kids go. But that was 6 days ago. That was 4 days ago. I don't see any updated pictures of all of the children with Melody. So prayers up. Nevertheless, prayers up, and I hope that every situation with this as connected to it will work out. Okay, prayers up. But let's get on out of here. Thank you so much to my top flight mods, Rose Armstand, True TV Podcast, and Tiffany Thomas. Thank y'all for modding and doing an awesome job. Thank you to all the content creators that came over to support the video as well. All of my Carmelians in the chat as well as in the bushes. Shout out to the 260 something watching. We had a lot of you guys in here today. Shout out to you. Go ahead and get out of here. Please like the video. Please share the video. Please subscribe to the channel if you've not done so. Also tell a friend to come on over to the Karmelo Rail Show. Also check us out on all publications under Karmelo Rail. Check out our backup channel, Rails World, on YouTube. We're everywhere, child, and we're growing. Thank you guys so much. Again, please like the video and please hype up this video as well. Okay, love you guys down. Until the next one, bye.